Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Anisana Fatimi. The title for our case study is The Analysis of Virginal from the Essential Oil of Virginia Caryophyllata by HPLC and Against the Proliferation of Cervical Cancer Cells. The author general that we have been referred is Wei Chun Chang, Meng Wang Xiao, Xi Jingwu, Yin Yin Chang, Yao Qinghu, and Jie Chuan Yi. The year of published is on 4 April 2011 and the name of publishers is Journal of Medicinal Plants Research. There are 5 presenters. The first one is Amy Angela binti Samsul Bahri. Second one is Nuri Auni Najwa binti Muhammad Anna. The third, Nuri Fatihah binti Ahmad Farizal. And the fourth, Ayu Adillah binti Ahmad. And the last one is me, Anisana Fatimi binti Ahmad Fadil. There are 5 tables of content: introduction, methodology, analysis, conclusion, and references. Introduction. Eugenia is one of the main components in Eugenia caryophyllata termini. Eugenia caryophyllata termini is a herbal medicine. Eugenia has known to control cholesterol and triglyceride levels, reducing the activity of cancer cells and enhancing immunity in the human body. Researchers found that Eugenia can suppress the growth of cervical cancer cell lines. Eugenia has been tested in various ways by many researchers. For an example, an investigation was carried out on the anti-hyperlipidemia and antioxidant activity of the essential oil extracted from the leaf of Centum L to rescue high cholesterol. It is reported that the leaf used can reduce the serum lipid profile in normal patients and diabetic animals. The antinocipative effect of eugenol in mice and the effect of eugenol in inhibiting reverse colonization and aflatoxin production on peanut pods and kernel has been studied. The addition of methyl group to eugenol increases its antifungal activities, protects against chemically induced skin cancer and acts possible by virtue of inactive proliferative, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant activities. The protective action of eugenol has been found due to The protective action of eugenol has been found due to intersection of secondary radical derived from the ER lipid rather than interfering with primary radicals. The analytical parameter used is precision. This can be proved by the HPLC method is repeated to the multiple symptom. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Amy Angela binti Samsul Bahri. So I'll be presenting on methodology. So caryophyllata was let dry in oven for 3 to 5 days, and then the dried caryophyllata was broken into pieces until it became powder. The powder will look like a coffee powder, and then it was weighed about 100 gram, and it is placed in salad extraction setup for to extract eugenol for 48 hours, and then the product of the extraction will produce green oil. The oil was separated as it went through glass tube column filled with amber light, and then ethanol was added into the column. The separation will produce a liquid which is HPLC sample. So this process will be repeated for other sample, and all samples will be filtered before being injected in HPLC.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nuri Fatihah binti Ahmad Farizal and my metric number is 2020852092. Next, I will continue this presentation with result. Okay, first of all is the graph, which is the A graph is chromatogram of eugenol and the B graph is chromatogram of its caryophyllata. The mobile phase was 100% dilute water with 1% of acetic acid at pH 6.5. The UV detector was set at 280 nanometer and is optimized by the UV visible spectrometer. In this graph, we can see that In this graph, we can see that the retention time for graph B is 63.13 minutes. Next is figure 3, which is the chromatogram of eugenol mobile phase, which is it's dilute with 100% diluted water with 1% of acetic acid and the 5% of acetone and the 5% of acetonitrile at pH 6.5. This is happened because the selectivity factor and the retention time can be adjusted by varying the composition of the mobile phase. Besides, we also can see that the retention time is more than 30 minutes but less than 35 minutes. Next is the figure 4, which is chromatogram with 18% diluted water with 1% acetic acid and 20% of acetonitrate at pH 6.5. In addition, we also know their retention time for both graphs, which is 21.73 minutes for graph A and 21.25 minutes for graph B. Next is figure 5, is the concentration of eugenol in E. caryophyllata thumb that carried a standard concentration from 0.25 to 2 mg per milliliter. The graph shows that the linear plot between the intensity and the concentration, which is the graph, is directly proportional. Next is the table of the amount of eugenol of the vegetables oils detected by HPLC. And the chart shows that the detected concentration in caffeic acid in E. caryophyllata thumb and the vegetables oil. The peanut oil has the lower concentration and the E. caryophyllata has the greatest concentration. Next is the effect of eugenol on cell morphology of HeLa, which is the cervical cancer cell lines exposed to a solvent in picture, which is it has 50 ml of eugenol for 12, 24 and 48 hours. It were directly observed under the microscope with 400 times magnification. The result is eugenol can suppress the growth of cervical cancer cell lines, which is HeLa. Lastly is the bar chart of the effect of 50 mol caffeic acid percent of control versus the time. It showed that the percent of control will decrease after 3 hours until 48 hours has been reached. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I am Nurin Najwa binti Muhammad Anala from class 7. Today I'm going to present the discussion part of this research paper. First of all, we could see that there are various methods used in analyzing phenol from 2004 to 2010. There were around 11 different researches that were conducted between these 8 years. I am going to explain some of the researches that were made. And the first research was in 2004, where Della Graysow used capillary gas chromatography mass spectrometry to analyze the aromatic compound of olive oil. Then in 2007, a person named Villa had tried to use HPLC for assessment of 4 complete matrices of cosmetic products. In 2009, analysis of phenol using liquid chromatography was conducted by a person named Islam. Meanwhile, Rayner used HPLC and partition coefficient to analyze the lipophilicity of GABA and ergic phenols. In 2010, Ogawa S had used the HPLC method to analyze the phytoselatin synthase activity specifically for soft metal ion insulators. From these researches, I could see that HPLC method are used very widely in chemistry over the years. It is used to find very useful information that could be used in the future as references. I think that is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, and Assalamualaikum. So my name is Ayu Adila binti Ahmad. I will explain to you about the conclusion part. So, For the conclusion, the result obtained was tested repeated, and other than the Z-benzene, this analytical parameter can also be used to identify any other species and also places that contain the eugenol content. Therefore, this method can be used in order to analyze the content of the eugenol in the other vegetables oil. This analysis also found that the eugenol can inhibit the development of the cervical cell lines such as the HeLa, HeLa, and also this eugenol also has been suggested that it could be one day can be served as an anti-cervical cancer agent. Next, we move to the references part. This is some of our references that we use in order to make this slide happen. We refer to this link to provide some information for us to make it our analysis. So that's all from us. Thank you.